All right, it is Wednesday, and look what I'm hooked up to. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bonus footage here. My one of these switches is leaking air back here, so I'm gonna pull these screws out here and take a look, because we're gonna be going by the Peterbilt dealer in Tucson. I took my logbook thing off. We're sitting at the truck stop here in Eloy. I just got done delivering in Phoenix. So, yeah, I'm tired of waking up every morning and no air in the truck. I was home yesterday, and the white Peterbilt, I went to check on it. It's been about 2 weeks since I parked it, and it still had air pressure in it. It's pretty good. So I got all the screws out, and this should just pop out of here, hopefully. Let's hold it up. There it goes. So these are the switches for the like the fifth wheel. If you listen closely, I'll be quiet. You hear it leaking air? So let me get some Windex, see if we can figure out where it's leaking. All right, we'll shoot a little bit of Windex in here. I think I figured it out. The load gauge is leaking. These are leaking a little bit, but not a word. All right, hang on a second. I think I got it. I thought it was one of these switches. This here is a switch for the PTO that I don't need anymore, but I didn't have a connector there to block it off. So we got a little bit of an air leak right there. Just very little. Alright, I think I got enough of them. I can't hear it anymore. So, put it back together, see what happens. Yeah, I can't hear it anymore. Alright, so let me put it back together. I think we'll be alright. I was wondering if I had to buy any of them switches, but I don't think so. Talk to you in a bit. All right, it is Wednesday, and look what I'm hooked up to. So I'll talk while we're walking around. Remember when I blew the engine on my truck and I had to have somebody come repower my truck? Well, this driver that was hooked to this trailer, Mercer driver, he he lost his transmission. So they called me this morning if I would come and pick up the trailer and take it to El Paso. So I picked up the trailer in Deming, New Mexico, It's about 150, 160 miles from my house, and we're going to take it down to El Paso. We're in Las Cruces right now, so we got about 40, 50 miles. Truck does good with it. I mean, I haven't hauled the van. Now, if you look closely, you see how I got the fifth wheel slid all the way back. I was concerned about turning, so I went ahead and slid the fifth wheel. And it's UPS, so it's not heavy. I don't know how heavy it is, but it's not heavy. 53-foot trailer, but they got the wheels slid way up. So, but that's what we're doing. We'll get this unloaded and we'll get this unloaded and head back home. All right, good afternoon. It's Sunday. We're getting ready to head over to El Paso, Las Cruces, go load some ATVs. We got Bailey. She got a nice bath. So we're getting ready to leave the house. But I have to slide the fifth wheel. Now this switch here, it'll show up. This one right here, where is it? That one. That's the fifth wheel slider. So I hit that button and I'll go out here and I'll show you what it does. So we're gonna load ATVs, and they usually hang off the trailer about 18 inches. So we're gonna slide the fifth wheel all the way back. Now you guys remember when I had the van a couple days ago, I had the fifth wheel slid all the way back. So when I hit the air, it releases these stoppers or whatever you want to call them, and it'll allow the fifth wheel to slide back and forth. So right now I'm going to start the truck, and then you guys can see it slide there. Hang on one second. Well, you guys fell over, but hopefully you saw it. So I got the fifth wheel slid all the way back. Now to give us plenty of room, because they're going to hang those. Sometimes they hang them off about 18 inches, which is about right up here. So you hear that air leaking? That air line's leaking just a little bit. Once I hit the switch, it'll stop leaking. So all right, so let's check out the trailer, our Dorsey trailer. Today's video is sponsored by Dorsey. We're going to go ahead and put the axle up. We got about 250 miles over to El Paso. Pick up our ATVs. Now we're going to load them tomorrow. But we're going to spend the night over in Las Cruces. So it's raising up. Everything's dirty. I didn't get a chance to wash it. So here's another look of the fifth wheel, so you can see how it's pushed in there. So we'll go ahead and hook everything up here. Oh, let me crawl up here. I have people ask me about what the two power cords are. This one is power to the dump valve, which is that plug right there. So let me plug them in. So blue one is service air. Red one's emergency air. So the red one always has air in it. The blue one only has air when I press the brake pedal. Power for the trailer, the lights, and whatnot. And then this is the power for the dump valve. Get there. So you can see it's kind of stretched out there a little bit. Make it even longer. So now we're going to put the landing gear up. All right, we're done. I didn't get too sweaty, too dirty. So stocked up on groceries yesterday. Bailey got a bath this morning, so she's ready to go. And we're gonna make our way down to Las Cruces and go ahead and fill up fuel tanks and get going. There's old Bailey up in the window there. All right, it's the end of the day. We made it over here to Las Cruces, It's about 6:30 local time. It's time to feed Bailey. It takes her a day or two to get back into the routine of being on the truck after being home for a couple days, playing with her buddies. A little bit of a different feeding time. I try to feed her about the same time on whatever time zone I'm on, so sometimes she gets lucky. But we had a pretty good day. Tomorrow we're gonna go load ATVs. Our appointment's at 9 o'clock. We're a little over an hour away to where we got to load, so we'll leave here about 7 o'clock. Get on over there. We got to make our way through El Paso during rush hour, so we'll give ourselves a little bit of time. Once we get loaded, we're gonna run up 54 all the way up to Santa Rosa, and I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna run 40 all the way over to Oklahoma City and get on 35. I could get off at Tucumcari and run up 54 through that way, but I really don't want to run through the woods. So, and I think I can make a little better time on the interstate than I could on the back roads. But we're back at work, so we'll get back to doing things. And got a lot done at home, even though it was kind of a quick time at home. And going to stay out for a couple weeks, so hopefully we'll stay out for a couple weeks. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.